I ought to go ahead and finish up this shelf. I put this thing together out of an old bedpost the other day. Somebody asked me how I put it together, and so maybe I should explain. I used a screwdriver gun, shot some little Tex screws, not Tex screws, but sheetrock screws into it. Here you can see the sheetrock screws here, and there's one that goes right through the post there, and there's one that goes through the top right here down into that little thing. That's basically all there was to it. What I'm going to do today is just finish painting this so that we can get it out of here. It's kind of sitting out in the back room, taking up a lot of space. And the first thing I'm going to do is, I got me some 1,000 grain sandpaper. Anytime you paint a piece of wood for the first time, it raises the grain. And when you rub your finger across there, you can feel it feels really rough. When that grain raises the paint, it causes it to harden. And then you can take a fine piece of sandpaper and just work your way across that. That makes it nice and smooth, so when you put that second coat of paint on there, the second coat of paint will be nice and smooth. When you're working in a furniture shop, people talk about furniture having so many coats of lacquer on it. What you do is you spray lacquer on a piece of furniture, and you take a fine piece of sandpaper like this and you just go over it. That smooths out the high spots and the rough spots. The lacquer fills in the low spots. You keep doing that over and over again, and you come out with a real smooth finish. I can remember we used to do like tables for law firms, build these big old meeting tables, and you know, put 32 coats of lacquer on there, and put them between each coat, make them nice and smooth. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. I'm not going to quite that extent, but just sort of knocking the rough grain down. I can feel a difference now when I run my finger across that. Feels a lot better. And what I'm going to do, this paint was oil-based stain I put on there for a primer. I got some latex here. It matches the wall. This is what Honey Baby said she wanted on that, so I'm going to stir that up, slap a coat of that on there, let that get dry, and then we'll take it in the house, stick it on the wall, and then it'll be out of the way. I can get these sawhorses out of here and clean the path out through here. We're expecting some new appliances to show up here before too much longer. I'm going to need a place for them to sit till I get them all hooked up, so I'll get this out of the way.